Hi, go by Clever G. I'm gonna try this one more time. Getting sleepy, but I want to do some readings. No, I'm new in this land over here, but I ain't new to reading at all. I'm an energy reading specialist. I have some mediumship abilities. I'm more of an intuitive based reader. I have cards that I made. What do we need to know, Spirit? What's going on up here, honey? Whew, pardon me. Alexa, volume up. Being pushed back. Hello. Got a little shorter low in the background going on as well, man. Get it. New moon energy came out. Ironically enough, it's a new moon, I think, in, was it Pisces? How you doing? Is it in the middle? I can rock it a cappella. I am. Somebody got some love going on. Came out in reverse. Somebody's relationship might be going through some stresses and some secrets. Third party without an invite. So I'm just going. If someone joins, hey, New Moon came out. Secrets came out. Stress for me came out. Ugh, it's the stress for me. And then third party without an invite. So someone out there got a situation going on. They may be uncovering some secrets going on for the holidays, honey. Trust me, been there, done that. Somebody might be trying to connect with somebody because it's the holidays, but they're getting that cold shoulder. They might not be answering the calls. They might not be picking up. And you just want some time in. But sadness might be up ahead. Unfortunately, this time of year when people have breakups, some make up and some just don't. It's always a silver lining though. Got hot for me, sensational, and don't be a bee. So because of these uncovering, someone might be having an attitude problem. I feel you. It be like this sometimes, honey. But it came out after that. What if you loved you more and go as hard for you as you did for others? The love you're trying to pour into someone else might not be being received as well. But if you pour it into you, you'll attract what you seek. Law of attraction, right? If you stand the test of times, you're on the verge of something yummy, though. Pardon me. Where y'all at tonight? Everybody stuffed with turkey? I know everybody don't celebrate, but in the States, it's a celebration. Oh, came out, you're on the verge of something yummy and king energy. So if you're in a stagnant relationship, you can release that because if you do, that'll open up what you need, some welcoming in someone new. King energy. I'm just pulling what comes out, honey. Mm-mm. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. I'm gonna go to 9:45. Yeah, come on in here. Where y'all at? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Let me see something. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Intuition at this time. I mean, use your senses. Heighten intuition at this time. So if you're picking up something, this is what it is. Don't talk yourself out of believing it. Next up, lavish, luxurious lifestyle. And your benevolent ancestors love you unconditionally and have your back. We need that out here because it'd be rough sometimes, y'all. Thanksgiving season, the holiday seasons are typically rough because it's a lot going on. This is like a season 4. They call it seasonal depression. So if you're dealing with a relationship, you're wondering what's going to go on, the rocks, just know your ancestors got your back. Even if you start uncovering some secrets coming on, stressful relationships, uncovering stuff. When you uncover it, it's still for the good, even though it feels bad as hell. Third party without an invite. So somebody might be having some cheating stuff going on, some sneaky linking going on. You may want to bond during the holiday seasons, but they might not be answering. They might not be doing what they supposed to do. They said they're going to do. Then I had got sorry, sadness might be up ahead earlier, but it doesn't have to be. You can always change your energy around in the energy. Somebody might be upset. You know, Thanksgiving really get you in your feelings because I've been there before in the past where I'm like, it's the holidays. I want to kick it with my person and they ain't acting right. But if you release that stuff, you get some sensational going on. And my card came out, don't be a bee. I was a bee earlier today, and I had to have a come Jesus moment because I was 38 hot. And it's not a relationship with me, it's more so missing someone I lost for the holidays. But I had got you're on the verge of something yummy, King energy. What if you love yourself more and go as hard as you do for others as you do for yourself? Man, when you start pouring into yourself, it feels so good. You can't help but radiate outwardly. Then came out was luxurious, lavish lifestyle, and heightened intuition at this time. If you're there, hello, how you doing? I'm clever. I'm new to this platform, but not to reading, honey. I've been reading for since I was a child. And got real, so be careful of those fake friends this holiday season. Um, we saw what recently happened in the news. This is setup season, so and we're still in the midst of eclipse. Also, I think it's eclipse for maybe the next 5 months. So be careful of that. Eclipses uncover stuff that's not supposed to be there. Friends, family, lovers, sneaky links. Secrets start rolling out at this time, so you'll see it more in the news. Also, it's like an uptick in craziness. Like what the hell, man? But my all new everything came out. So sometimes when you get rid of the old stuff, secrets are coming out. It's time for some new stuff. And things happen like this because we necessarily won't go and put ourselves out there and say, well, you know what? You know, this not working. We'll rock it till the wheels fall off because we invested. But if you let go and release and all new come out, to take you a trip somewhere, even if you take a trip just to another side of town, sometimes a fresh breather really does it. Sometimes you need to get out, go walk, put your feet in the ground because the ground takes in those negative ions from your body. And if you got a business, you better get it started. If it ain't started, if it's not taking off, you might need to consider reworking it, changing it. Do your research. Whatever your field is, check the products in that industry. Check the books in that industry. If you're trying to write a book, check out doing it by yourself, KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. That way you can be a self-publisher. They will reject it if it's not right, but you can do that. But we're waiting on you and your things. But back to the secrets, everything that's been hidden coming to that light, whether you're looking for it or not, it's coming out. It's coming, honey. Oh, it's getting hot in here. I want to take off all my clothes. So somebody got some hotness going on, child, because I just got hot out the blue. Well, it might be my little adult some. Don't be shy, honey. Say hi. I'm kind. I go by Clever. Time Served came out in January. So we're coming up on the season of January that's coming up. January is new beginnings, new year, new things. So if we taking that old mentality in the new year, you're bound to get the same results. It's just what it is. And change is so difficult. It sounds easy. Everybody like, oh, change, heal, grow, do this. Growing ain't easy. Changing ain't easy. It's hard because when you're stuck in those patterns, thought patterns, behaviors, all of those things is comfortable. Change is very uncomfortable. It gets you out of your comfort zone. It sucks at times. People always saying change, change, change. Change is great, but when you first go through it, it feels like hell on earth. It does, even if that's like working out. Putting your body through something new is still a challenge, and your mind have to catch up with what you're trying to get your body to do. But we got increase came up, and we got going down to the pint came up. That means that down like, okay, life is stressful enough. Those bills gonna be there. Those idiosyncrasies gonna be there. Those whatever that BS is gonna be there. But you still got to figure out how to let your hair down. I don't care if you got to get in your little own square footage and dance, put on some music, but you got to release it. Like it's, I feel like tension up in here. You got to release it, honey. Whoever you may be, you're a leader. Be your own support. I made this card because I had to be my own support so many times in life. Even when you feel like you don't put your best foot forward behind something, like I did this, you might not get the support you want, you might not get the likes, but that's when you have to check your motives. What am I doing for? Because if you're doing it for the right reasons, it's gonna automatically gravitate to you. And sometimes it's not gravitating yet, or you may be losing things because you haven't stepped into the role you need to fulfill. Everybody on this earth has a purpose. Everybody got a purpose. Even the people get on your nerves got a purpose. Hell, that may be the damn purpose. Pardon my language, but we all got a purpose. You got to tap into yours. What I need, Holy Spirit? Brunda. I don't know a Brunda. Brunda. Greedy came out behind that. Brenda, Brandon. Baby, that's just shit covered in sugar. That means that's something that's portrayed to be good. It look good, and when you get up to it, you realize it got that manure all on it. It ain't what it is. It ain't what it's popping. Be careful for financial things. Most people are concerned about that now because we are in a recession. I don't know if it's worldwide, but I know in the United States of this America, we are. Inflations are up, things are high, but it's still ways to generate income. You might not realize how, but you need to check. Some income thing. You need to check Fiverr. You can do anything on Fiverr. I saw a video of somebody singing piece of grams and making up bad rap songs. They like, we can talk about you in the rap songs. And they were a high commodity because they created something they like in their own lane. So whatever it is you may be considering, like, I'm not sure, just try it. How do you know if you don't try it? You got to try it because you could be a powerhouse if so. But don't forget to take you some naps and get some sleep in. Because, pardon me, if you're working hard, always working, stressed out, you're going to run your body down. It's ways to make money without overexerting yourself. I've named 2 ways, keep KDP. So if you want to write a book, you want to write something, start with a page every day. One page, commit to one page instead of, don't sit down and write the whole thing. Don't do the whole thing. Commit to at least one page a day or one page a week. If you commit to at least one page a week, that's 4 pages in a month. 2 months, 8 pages. You got to go on your pace in a way to, I don't know why I keep saying this book write stuff, so I don't know who you are, what you may be writing or whatever, but if you are, write down an outline. Who, what, when, where, why. Who are you is your target audience? What is your problem? When, why, fill in the blanks. Write it just like that. Who, what, when, where, how. Fill in that for your product. That's your skeleton format to write that book. And then you sit at your dictator. There's plenty of apps like that. Most computers come with it now. Or your phone, and you just dictate like you're talking. And you do that book. And then you can go back and reformat and check it out, I don't know if this is resonating or not, but you got to fix your issues and warning tests. So what you're going through, it may have been a warning going on. And you may be at the brink of something, and it's like Okay, what I do, what I do, what I do. You need to sit back and gather your thoughts. Start with a deep breath because a deep breath will take you a long way. Connect. I'm telling you, this morning I was live at 5, honey. I was missing my aunt. I'm like, she's gone. She passed last year around this time. And it's hard. I didn't go home with my family this year. So I thugged it out alone this Thanksgiving because I just wasn't in the mood. Especially if you're feeling like your person is not there. Your persons may not be there. You may be lacking something that you want, love, intimacy, all those things. But guess what? It's still coming. If you leave the past there, this keep coming up, leaving the past there. And that ain't easy to do. It takes time. You can write it out. Write how you feel. You don't have to lash at the person, lash out at the person. Say something with lashes. Lash out at the person. You don't have to lash out at the person. I don't know why Spirit keeps saying it. So what you do is you write down how you feel. I don't like that you did this. I don't like this. You don't have to attach your name to that emotion. We're reading the emotion. When you read the emotion, the person will fall off anyway if that's a point of contention. Anything else, Spirit? But that past, the past key return. Somebody got a past issue, honey. I ain't gonna say what I just heard. Can't let go of that thing. I got a little dental work going on. My teeth did not fall out, even though it looked like a Krishan rock and the Mimi. My tooth did not fall out. My orthodontist created a space. Ooh, this flipped out. My ortho cards, guilt. Notice how this person back here is drowning their emotions. We got the bottle going on. This one, she's got her angelic. It's like an angel being trapped, tied down, earth angel being stuck, feeling guilty, feeling stuck to obligations. Though you see back there in the city, you want to get out, but it's like you tired. So I'm tired here, so I'm numbing myself with whatever the numbing substance may be. It could be whatever your normal of choice is, whether it be liquor, that green, or whatever. You don't have to be tied to nowhere. One thing I learned is like we're not obligated to anybody unless you have kids. That's your obligation. Even parents, because at the end of the day, we're here to please God, not people. And when you put that in perspective, keep telling yourself it's easy. Honey, my cutoff game is strong. Enlightenment is up ahead. Be careful about being victim to the issue. Don't let nobody keep saying the same and not changing. The action should be mean with the words at this point. It's been a complacent situation going on. However, miracle card came out. Oh, the miracle want to fall. So you got to be careful. That miracle can go. See, now I went it upside down. Don't let that past complacency keep you from your miracles. Because sometimes we can't get what we want to, and God want to give it to us because we haven't fully relinquished control to Him. We want to hold on. We want to come. We want to. I just got like puppet strings. Do the outcome, like the puppet dance for the outcome. So be careful with that. Pull another one of my cards. I got these Rose Oracle cards. I'm not a tarot reader, by the way. I don't hate on them. That's your lane. That's not my lane, per God, but He does allow me to do some Oracle cards. And I have my own cards. And I asked, could I have something, Lord? Because I know that's not my lane, but I would like something because sometimes people learn better with tools and visual than they do with just somebody doing intuitive. Like I don't need cards I can read without them. It's just some to have fun with sometimes. And they give you some of that, but I really don't need them. But it's a joy. I hope you're doing all right. Happy holidays. I hope you're well. I hope you're blessed. I hope this week go wonderful for you. I hope you have peace that surpasses all understanding. I pray healing energy over your life. Okay. I feel like your energy good though, whoever it may be. Hopefully you say hi one day. I understand it's just me on here and you watching like, let me feel this person out. I get it. Trust me, I get it. Say we are nature, becoming grounded embodiment and living in connection. Remember I said that card came out. Let me go back to it. Take a short trip. Get in nature. Take your shoes off. Plant your feet. Hug that damn tree. Don't worry about what the people say. Sometimes if you can't hug somebody, hug a tree, honey. Hug a pole, honey. Look. And then somebody else just peeped in. I'm sorry, I'm keep getting high, honey. This tequila got me. Yes, I'm drinking tequila this evening, honey. Got me a little warm. Then we got Holy Grail. Stop the endless search, inner quest. Everything you have is within. If it's money, it'll come up. Don't worry about it. You're gonna get it. If you owe, don't worry about that either. Whispers of Mother Earth, creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, and channeler. So the writer card, I don't know if you're writing something, book or whatever, but the writing card came out also. Creative abilities. It's so many resources out there. Do KDP, you could do Fiverr. Um, and when you're looking at these places too, also consider affiliate marketing. That can generate some income too. Okay. Spirit said, not these. Let me get the other ones. And it got me all over the place. Hold on. These are my other oracles, y'all. Mm-mm-mm. Mine's the Will Chill. Rebecca Campbell again. Work Your Light Oracle. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. What we got, y'all? Spirit team, what's up? What's the energy we need to share today? Amen. Amen. In the background here playing Young Draw and T.I. Ain't I? Pretty much they saying ain't I that person. That HBIC ain't I that person. Despite what the people saying, despite the naysayers, you don't need no support to get your business off the ground. That'll come if you're worrying about it. Lemuria came out. Creating heaven on earth is happening. Don't give up. It's happening. It don't seem like I know. It'd be like, because I was having to come to Jesus today. I was like, what's going on? Y'all done did my part. What's going on? Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? It's something you supposed to be doing that you're not. Awakening energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. We just talked about all this. Awakening to your new self, integrating, and shackles off my feet so I can dance. I heard that my nose started itching. So the blessings can come if you release that. And be careful about, I keep hearing somebody listen to like interference. I kept hearing like static in my ear, like a channel changing those days. Interference, be sure to clear that interference out. Interference. Somebody's with interference, interfering. Okay, y'all. Y'all drilling it in interference. Another B word, Bob, Bobby. I don't know, it's a B name. Warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Waiting on that product, okay? Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? So what are you being called to do? And why aren't you doing it? Because the people are waiting to throw that money at you. I hope this is resonating and helping some. I've been reading all my life since I was a child. I made these cards about 2019, I think, 2020, and I've just been updating them as I go. Check the signs and synchronicities. You're getting the signs. I heard you got all the elements there. But the lack of self-esteem, imposter syndrome. Can I really do this? People gonna buy my stuff? I don't know. Stop talking yourself out of whatever it is. And got Dwayne and Whitney and Martin and Gina type of love. Listen, Lindo, you're doing amazing no matter what it is. So in life, we always feel like if we don't get significant changes, that we're not doing anything. That little one change adds up to a big change. Just say, for instance, you start with one push up a day. I can only do one push up and I can barely do this one. But if you do one today, then go back tomorrow, you make them build up to two. Each day that you build on is still monumental. It's still gonna be like a ripple, like a snowball effect. You know how the snowball effect starts small, then it roll, it keeps getting bigger, and everything that's in its path jump in it. The elements gonna jump in like that too to create a cohesiveness for you. Something about March and four leaf clover also. Breathe, baby, breathe. Working to be better. You doing all right? I heard I don't have no friends though. You attract what you put out. They'll come. If you start like really truly walking in your purpose, not saying that you aren't, but I feel like it's not fully there or it's like not off the ground yet. But when you do it, you're gonna align. And when you move to the new chapter, you can't take everybody from the past. It just don't work like that. I tried. I had to cut so many people off. And I didn't want to. Even sometimes now I question, is that what was I supposed to do that? Was it rash? But some people release me also. And if somebody release you, that's okay sometimes too, because all the time, because we can't always release people because we're nervous or we love too much or we want it to work or we want to support or you see the good in that person. However, God heard what they may have said behind your back, did behind your back, just because you didn't. And if somebody acting funny, allow them to do that. Acting funny. I keep hearing that. Allow them to do that. I promise you. And then what you say is, I don't do like return to sender. I return whatever is sent out back to God and let him dish us how he feel because our human minds can only conceive what our anger allows us to do. But when he do, I'm gonna tell you for a fact. I've had a lot of people try to do spell work to me on this journey, and it's always backfired. And my human self wanted to fight back. Trust me. But I always turn it over to God. I don't know if I want to tell how I combat my enemies. I guess I wait till I get a little more. I put it in a Bible and let it go like that. An older lady suggested this once, so I went with it, and I always ask God to move my enemies with safety and ease. Because sometimes when we do return to sender, or I want them to give it back, when you do that and return it back to center, you don't know what you're returning back and what their arterial motives were. So you could be sending back something you have no idea back with, and it can come right back to you. Be careful about doing that in this season. Look what came out next. I know it look a little jumpy, but this how them attacks be looking. They come from all over the places. And this says, it's crazy. I said this in this card came out. It says all attacks return to God with safety. So that came out before I even said it. It might seem like it's a little so slow. Like what's taking so long? And you might be seeing, I keep hearing enemies doing the most in their life. Focus on your health and your wealth, and you'll be all right. Let God handle them. That's his problem. That's what I tell God. My enemies and my enemies are strife in life. I was like, Lord, You got something to do. You got work. You got assignment up here. Why? Because sometimes worrying about them so much, you distract yourself from what you're supposed to do. And that's not what we're supposed to do. You focus on what you got to do at hand. That's gonna take care of itself. Now, if it's a immediate threat, move yourself out of harm's way. If it's an abusive situation, I always suggest that people go to a library. There you got resources. It's quiet. You can think and you can print stuff. You can get whatever you need there. And then you can just check your book out and go on back to your place of residence. And they probably think you just went to the library. Prayerfully, that's not the case. If it is, I'm sorry, and never tell them you're going to leave. Just plot and plan. Got affection. I couldn't even get it out. Affection and emotionally deprived. Lack of emotions, lack of hugs, lack of somebody saying, "Are you okay today? Are you okay today? I hope you are." No. But then I got bad things. Find this. Think it's, oh my God, it's my baby. This was a song from the past. Star right here. So you might have all the elements there, but you losing the affection. You got fake brothers and sisters around you that's portraying to be a soul family and they ain't. All they do is breed and come up with damn drama. With they dry A, fill in your blank selves. Lust, not love. Look, all these cards coming out the same thing. Lust, not love. Mental health check. Into me. So this is, I say into me. Into me. Intimacy. So those are close connections. Fake love, you can keep that. Real love, let me get that. Genuine, it's hard to find genuine people this day in the world. It's hard. It's so hard. Especially if you're on a spiritual path and awakening and journey. It's hard. You might think you see people and know people, oh, they cool. They seem like we'll get along, but behind the scenes, they might be doing some craziness. People play with me all the time trying to do spell work. But I keep myself filled. I read like Psalms 91. If you're into, you might not be a Bible reader, but you should read and suggest Psalms 91, Psalms 23, Psalms 143, and let God handle them. Because you got something to do. You got something to do. We're waiting on it. Clean up man alert. That's somebody like cheating. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Ooh, I don't know how to say this. I don't know who it is, but got somebody loves me, baby. Drink more water. If you dehydrated, drink some water, okay? Drink some water. It's just going to help you. It ain't going to kill you. It's just going to help you. But I got equal opportunities. So for me, with this cleanup man alert and this equal opportunities, that's kind of like my buy card. My buy card, somebody might be into same sex situations. That ain't your problem either. That's an internal problem with them. But it keeps going back to you. Your uniqueness will inspire others. If you focus on that, the other shit gonna fall to the wayside. Clean the energy up a little bit. Divine Masculine came out. Goddess came out, and then that's two cheating cards. Clean up woman and clean up man. So it could be one or two cheating or both cheating, child. I don't know. Bold betrayal right behind that. Ugh. And if that stuff is going on, trust me, I've been there before. I'm telling you. After this came, do your two-step shouting. 1-2 step right up out of that situation. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. Even though it's up because you invest all your time in it. When you really love somebody and truly trying to get to know somebody, connect, you invest a lot. time, energy, effort, money. Oh, I don't know who said love don't cost a thing, but it costs a lot. Love is expensive. And but we don't want to get to the point it's so expensive we land in jail. And we singing the canary bird behind the damn jail bars, honey. The clink clinks. That's not what you want, especially on the holiday season, honey, because they close in court. If somebody get you that much out of your element, you got to reconsider. So I'm with the May, and that's also Gemini and Taurus in May. So I'm not sure if that's significant, but look at this. Being playful, continue that. Yeah, fear cannot dwell where you're going. I kept saying it's something you're supposed to do. Fear can't go there with you. Fear is a destroyer. And then new spiritual gifts came out. So I don't know if you have spiritual abilities, but they might be puppeting, especially during this time because I think the new moon card came out, and I think we're in a new moon in Pisces. Even though I don't do horoscopes over here like that, you have to be aware because if it's eclipse season, it correlates to what's going on in the atmosphere. If it's a new moon, new energy aligns with that. So new moon in Pisces, Pisces is one of the most um psychic zodiac signs. So it makes sense if you're experiencing something. And awakening symptoms comes with headaches, various body aches, attitude. You might go on a cussing spell, but it has to happen to. It's like a DNA energy upgrade almost. If you understand what I'm saying, it's almost like it's growing pains. It's another form of growing pains, just like when a toddler is cutting teeth. It's caused pain, it's discomfort, they cry. But once they're done, now they have these new set of choppers that they can eat new foods with. Same applies to life. Be careful about competition. Competition is going to be always there. The only person you need to worry about competing with is yourself. That's the only person. I'm gonna wrap it up because I got now the good cards coming out. If you do those things, start releasing that stuff, write it. If it's bothering you so bad, just write, especially if you don't have nobody to turn to, a person you can't trust with your innermost thoughts, write. I don't, you can throw it away when you're done. I don't do the burning paper thing. I did that long ago and God corrected me on it. So I'll tear it up. I might flush it, but you have to get it out because if it dwells inside, it like explodes. And that's when you see people out here acting foolish in the streets. That's when it done got so deep inside they can't control no more. Now it's bursting because they might not have someone coming they can go to and talk to and like, hey, I'm going through this. I'm going through these emotions. I feel like I ain't got no support. Who here for me? I don't support everybody and their damn mama and nobody's here. But guess what? Be cautious with that mentality and those competitive peoples because like it's real people like jealousy is not just pertain to money. I've had someone told me they were jealous of me before because I forgive easily. So you have to be people it's like you might think it's minute, but to them it's monumental because inside of them they lack that it thing that you may have. Even if they got more money resources than you, it's that it factor that je ne sais quoi, as they say, that may be causing that ugly green-eyed monster to come out people. But if you stay on the right track, the life lottery card came out. Because sometimes we can't win the lottery, but it's the life lottery. That's when your health is winning. You starting to make income or you have more than enough in your income. That's when your skin start glowing. You start radiating from within to without. Being optimistic, keep that up. Even when you don't have nobody pouring into you, pour into yourself. Get in your mirror and start pouring into yourself. Oh, you look good today. Oh, you look fly today. Oh, I'm really feeling that. Oh, I like how my skin is feeling today. Even if you don't find something that day that you feel like is good enough, find one thing. I like how my edges look today. I like how my hair look today. Oh, my nails look nice. Don't harp on what you don't have and what you don't like. Harp on what you do have. And then when you do that, it'll be poured back into you and you'll start receiving those things that you're due for. I heard you're overdue for. In due time, it's time. And then I got to go back that ass up, juvenile, and 4-leaf clover. And then on my card, I had put make room for good luck, but I had put by mistake God luck. So it wasn't by mistake. He put good luck and God luck. To me, blessings, luck, good luck is blessings on steroids. That's how I see it in my eyes. You need to pray more. That came out. Pray about any insecurities that may be holding you back. Cut out the imposter syndrome. Don't worry about these trifling trolls. Let me tell people. This is why I tell people. And bald head, whole ish. I'm gonna change that card because it wasn't meant to people who might be suffering hair things. And I was raised in the salon, so I'm aware. So I'm gonna change that card. But that is more of an action versus what you call characteristic. Like doing trifling stuff. Don't look. Just like we have a job, the devil got a job too. The devil on 24/7. He ain't gonna never let up. So don't you let up. They throw a attack, you hit it back like a tennis racket. You understand? Don't let that fear mongering get you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, baby. Friday is something coming up because the Freedom card came out and the November card came out for one night only. So it might be something for one night that's coming Friday night. I don't know if you got something that you need to you're doing on Friday, but go for it. Stop second guessing. And if you're unsure, ask for clear signs that you can comprehend. Like give me something I can comprehend, Lord, a big sign, like a big bird sign. Give me something big. And you got no one holds the candle to you. That comparison it robs you of who you be. This is what happened when we compare ourselves to people. You literally shortchange God and tell him like, you didn't make me good enough. Everything you have in your body, you are equipped to do whatever you're supposed to do in this life. It's already there. It's just waiting for you to unleash it. Every time you take a little step, that's telling God, okay, God, I'm doing my part. God or whoever you go to, they're gonna do their part. You take a little inch, and a lot of times it's been hold up because, or you block because you're not doing what you're supposed to. God have stripped me a few times because I wouldn't stand in my purpose. Like I've been supposed to do this. I started a YouTube channel earlier this year, and I had posted like 20 videos. I'm gonna put them back, but when I tried to change it over to something new because I was led to, all the videos got deleted. I have them on jump drive, but they got deleted. So they told me it was a fresh start. It was frustrating, but it was a fresh start. And I had to do that because I had connected with somebody in the spiritual arena and had given them my channel, and they started sending stuff automatically. And because I've read YouTube readers also. They've asked me personally to read them because I was just connecting with them through being a supportive person online, but spiritual abilities recognize spiritual abilities. But when I read people personally, they have been getting offended by it because when I read, I read. I get what I get. I can pull up stuff that your mama might not even know. But in order for me to do that, it takes not just practice of reading cards or something like that. I have to fast for days at a time. I have to pray. I have to disconnect from people because I take it really seriously. I'm not doing this. Oh, I want to check. Like I make money other ways. It's several ways to make money. I'm literally wanting to do this to help people because when you help somebody, what that does is that person feels better about themselves. So when they feel better about themselves, that uplifts the energy and they pour that into somebody else. And when they pour into somebody else or you pour into somebody else, that elevates the next person, which in turn uplifts the collective, if you understand what I mean. Wheels up on that situation. You can tell this car, oh, fly above that bull too. I keep hearing. Even if it's a parent, don't you let them tell you what you should do, because at the end of time, when we get to the end of the day, when we finally got to stand up for that man up, stand in front of that man up there, he ain't gonna say, well, what your mom and daddy told you to do? What your auntie told, what your sister said? It's gonna be all on you. Did you, when you get to the end of time, when you're in between, what you gonna do in between your dash? Because we all, when we come here, we have an end date. That's all of us, unfortunately. But in between on your dash, what you gonna do with it? Have you poured every ounce of you into what you're supposed to? Because that's how you're gonna get your fulfillment too. Don't worry about the money. You have enough to do whatever's necessary. Just do it. Just start. And if it's something that's stagnant, rework it. It's another way you can go back to and rework it. Do your research also. Check out social media. Look at other people who doing something in your industry, not to copy or emulate, but for inspiration. That'll help you. Like, okay, and you have to know what the trends are in whatever your industry is, so you can follow along with it. But don't be so caught up into them trends that you lose sight of who you are, that makes you special, that you could deliver like they can't. It's in there, and you have the ability. I hope you come back. If you have a question, you need to let me know. Trust God came out next. And be careful pouring from an empty cup. You can't fulfill nobody if you ain't fulfill yourself. Even if you have kids, you could take care of your kids, but once, if you depleted that, you got to make sure you good, because if you have kids, you're a woman before you're a mother. You're a man before you're a dad. And once you got that, when you together, everything else gonna fall in line. Your heart gonna fall in line, the space. If you're going through heartbreak, I apologize for that. It never feels good. But it's a silver lining. I'll tell you what, I was having a discouraging moment earlier this week. I woke up and I was like, Lord, give me a sign. I turned around, I was making my bed, I turned around and I looked in the sky. It was a rainbow. In the middle of a sky, it hadn't been no rain the night before, nor the day of. And it was, I think I posted a picture if you go to my community tab. It simply was in the middle of the sky. And it only lasted probably about 10 minutes. God showed it to me just enough to remind me, and I had just seen a rainbow like a week prior, and that's the other picture I posted. And that's all, it's God's promises. I had just got through reading book of Genesis with Noah, particularly, because I'm like, sometimes the Bible helps with me to know where we at in this life, because you might be thinking like, oh, I was thinking like, God, are you sure you want me to do this? I don't know if I'm equipped to do it on this level. I love to do it personally. I do it all the time. I go on like Reddits and I give free stuff, like not as me, but I got a little moniker just to do it because it's needed out there. Give your love another chance. Whatever it is, give it a pick it back up. Not the player though. Leave that ass there. Because they be smiling in your face and stab you in the back. Don't do that. We don't need no knives this season. Let's say these cards came out. Walk and dip your toe in water. Water is what is replenishing. It feels new. Trying something new is refreshing. It's gonna always be scary if you dream, so don't scare you with what you're dreaming for. They supposed to scare you. It's supposed to have you like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. That's the whole goal. But when you do that, you step out, you got to think everybody you admire in life who may be doing something you want to do. They had that same doubt. They had them same feelings. But guess what? They had to beat them imposter syndromes also. And don't mind my counter, honey. I just got stuff sitting in my little oven. Man, I had threw something in the oven, some little turkey burgers, because I was not in the Thanksgiving mood. But I was like, let me jump on here and see if I can uplift somebody, and in turn, that uplifts me. It makes me feel better. So Take care, y'all. I hope all is well. Take care. Peace. And enjoy your holidays. And don't forget to hydrate. Keep it clever and keep it G. I'm Clever G, and this is the Clever G Lifestyle. And you take care, honey. Peace.